Lovely. Hello and welcome to the Paropod episode 175. You're here with your hosts Mark and Owen for another wonderful week of wandering in the midst of mighty movies. Though we did delay a week this time as well.
Because some people be busy,
Some people be bloody busy.
and some people just like I watched a bunch of movies, and then for 2 weeks I did not consume a single second of a film.
Yeah.
And then I got to the Tuesday, and I was like, I only got the Cremator in my back pocket, and I'm watching it right now. And then you text me, you're like, I need to push back a week. I was like, thank Christ.
yeah. Because I was in a similar position, but I'd rewatched a lot of dog shit movies that weren't really like interesting anyway. Or we talked about them recently. So I didn't have much going on. Though I do have a few now. I've been to the cinema quite often recently. So I've seen all the new hit movies that are out, and I'm planning to see all the hit movies that are going to come out as well.
You gonna go see Masters of the Universe?
No, it's already on the stick, so I'm not gonna go see it.
You gonna go see Scary Movie?
No.
Yeah, no.
It looks really bad.
Apparently it is. Apparently it's just like, yeah.
I seen a clip from it, and Kai Cenat, isn't it? Like the streamer.
Yeah, because that's, you know.
And it's just so. It's like, but it feels like a 2018 kind of move to do that in a movie.
Yeah, that already feels dated.
Yeah, that
And
feels
he's, like,
crazy dated.
And like he's still, like, you know, he's still popular.
He's
and everything
big,
like that.
yeah.
But like,
I'm told.
I feel like having a streamer automatically dates you.
Yeah,
Like 15, 10. Like he wasn't even popular 10 years ago. I think he was like 10 years ago.
he was only a baby.
But it makes it feel like it's already dated at 10 years.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. As opposed to the original Scary Movies, which are kind of timeless in a way.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah. Some of the sketches can still be watched.
Yeah,
Some of them can still be salvaged, you know. Like Shaq and Dr. Phil on the Saw room floor in Scary Movie 4, the opening.
Yeah.
That's actually more timeless than anything in Scary Movie 6, just because we know who those people are, even if we don't really. No one watches Dr. Phil these days, or watches Shaq unless they're, big into the NBA.
Maybe I'm just completely like out of touch, but like maybe would Kai Cenat be more known to young people than Shaq was to young people at the height of his popularity?
I think it's very possible. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Very
I just
possible.
don't have the.
We don't have it.
Yeah, or like, I don't have the scale of like just how massive streamers are.
Yeah, I don't know what his views would be, or even what he does.
I have no idea. I think he plays video games every so often. I think most of the time he just like sits in front of the computer and talks. I have no idea.
Do you watch streamers?
No, I don't watch a single streamer.
Yeah.
I have never sat down and watched like a Twitch stream or anything like that.
Neither have I.
No.
I don't really get it.
I understand it more if it's like someone streaming a video game, because it's basically a let's play.
Yeah.
Like I understand that, and you can interact with them. I don't understand watching streams of people walking through the streets and they're just like, I don't know what they do. They just walk around the streets and like interact with life. I guess it's a really, really sad parasocial relationship that people have.
It's for losers.
Is it for people that just don't go outside and they want to like live vicariously through
I don't know.
through the streamer and like, be like, oh, I'm with Kai. I'm not saying this about Kai Cenat does, but like, I'm with Kai Cenat as he goes to McDonald's and gets a cappuccino. Like, I feel like I'm with him doing that.
Yeah, it could be. I genuinely don't understand. I think that's our age. That's our age, Sean. I think that's kind of shown in like the producers, the legacy people in the industry are keen to get these guys on board because they're very, very popular, but they don't really understand why they're popular.
Yeah,
because no one knows.
Like, I understand why I Show Speed, because I Show Speed. Well, at the very least, for a while
he does
there,
mad variety shows and stuff.
He does mad variety shows. He also like goes to different countries and it's like show. Like, I understand that where like.
It's like lifestyle vlogging.
Yeah, it's like a travel vlog, like a live travel vlog, and he's going. He did this massive tour all throughout Africa and stuff like that. Like, that makes sense to me.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
And he does like Asia and China, and she shows you like this is how fucking mental like how far technology advanced China is. I don't understand watching a streamer sit in their bedroom and just give out at the fucking camera about whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. I think it's a sign that the kids these days, they're not up to it.
Are these the great philosophers though, Mark? This is what we're missing out on. Maybe the great minds are. It's definitely not. But maybe the great minds are these streamers.
Possible, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I've never watched one. I never will. Realistically, it's not my
never.
thing. I don't know when I would watch one anyway. It's like
That's the other thing. Like,
yeah, how are they watching it?
I'm
Like,
sure these streamers are streaming for like Americans mostly, so that's like my time scales all. I'm not watching something at fucking
yeah.
1:00 in the morning.
But like, are they watching it after work, or is it just for kids? Like if you're coming home from work and you're knocking on the laptop and then sticking a stream on, or are you like gaming at the same time, or like watching TV or reading?
Oh, you're definitely not reading.
Yeah, maybe.
Ain't no one to fucking
Reading? Are you reading?
There's no fucking way they're reading. Maybe it is that they're playing video games, just have it on the second screen. I feel like there's a lot better second screen content you could be doing.
Yeah. You could be doing anything. Listening to Beethoven.
Yeah, or
Like
or
back
the
in our day.
Parapod.
Yeah. Like back in our day. But yeah, no, I won't see Scary Movie 6. I will see The Odyssey. And I
Oh,
will
yeah, that's coming out soon.
something else as well. It's coming out soon. Disclosure Day.
Yeah, that's out.
Next week.
Yes.
Week after.
I actually think is it already out? Am I wrong with that? Is it already out?
I'm going to see that, even though the ads keep getting worse and worse.
It's meant to be really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the first ad, I was like, this looks really good. And it's Spielberg and Aliens, and so it's going to be, you can imagine it's going to be pretty solid.
Oh man, there's a Boogie Night 4K being shown on Blanche on Monday. Never mind. I thought it was Friday.
Who's that for?
Fucking Lord, that was 4K restoration.
It's probably on at 10 a.m. or something, is it?
Oh man, it's on at 10 to 8. That movie's so long as well.
Yeah.
On a Monday. Like, did you ever watch Angel's Egg?
Angel's Egg, no.
I'm doing a release of that next week.
It's anime, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a very weird movie. That's a very weird movie. But you can just watch it on YouTube. But
Angel's Egg.
like, there's like fuck all dialogue in that movie, and it's all like interpretive. And there's new Jackass coming out. Best
I
and
seen.
last.
Did it not just have a movie out, no?
Yeah, well, kind of like it was during like kind of COVID-y times.
No,
Where they at least shot it during COVID.
yeah. Oh, you watched it recently, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
what
Yeah,
it was.
that's why it's back in.
Yeah, a new Jackass. That's always welcome. That's a staple. So yeah, they'll be. I won't go see it though, but they'll be up.
I'll go see Jackass because I'll go drink a few beers and just feel violently ill. While
That's the only way to feel.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's the only way to do
Just
it.
vibing with them. But yeah, speaking of weird movies, our recommended movie this week is going to be The Cremator. So we're going to talk about that in about an hour. It's a Czech movie. Like all our Czech movies, it's very bizarre.
Yeah,
And
I've like one of my review for Letterboxd was I've never seen a normal Czech movie.
yeah. Like, what do they have on TV? You know, like, are they just all kind of neurotic or geniuses, really? But this movie's from 1969. It's directed by Juraj Herz, and it's set in 1930s Prague, where a Czech cremator who firmly believes cremation relieves one from earthly suffering is drawn to Nazism, which was the style at the time.
It was the style at the time.
So that's an interesting movie. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But now, yeah, you watching any movies recently?
I watched a movie, and I don't know why I watched this movie, but I watched this movie called Tarot.
Yeah, I see it looks shit. Or no, the reviews. The reviews are quite cruel.
It is shit.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. I just had a hankering for. I think it's mostly because that new movie Passengers came out, and I didn't watch Passengers, but I kept hearing about Passengers that it's
Is that the one with Chris Pratt?
No, it's not. Maybe it's called Passenger. Maybe it's singular. Passengers is the one with Chris Pratt, but maybe it's The Passenger or Passenger. It's like the tagline was thousands of people go missing in the driving home alone at night.
I seen that on Letterboxd as
Yeah.
well. It looked interesting. But
Yeah, apparently it's not.
the reviews were
Like the first trailer was really good, and then that first trailer is not what the movie is at all. And it's like it is a 2000s ish horror film, like
mid.
but I think it's just the framing of it being like a 2000s horror film. Like, what does that mean? Like, I know what that means,
Yeah.
but what does that mean in 2026? So I was just in the mood for like kind of like a schlocky, not very good, easy watch horror film.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Melissa, this is what's tarot. So I knocked on tarot, and immediately I was like, oh, this is not very good.
Yeah. Immediately.
Um,
What was the first sign?
The first sign is that, so the story is that this group of friends, they're in this house, it's like an Airbnb that they've rented, and it's like a big mansion, and they run out of beer, so they break into the basement that has a big sign saying "Stay out,"
No.
and so they break in and they go downstairs and they find that the place has got all this weird like I don't know how do you explain it, like kind of like it's got tarot cards and it's got like
Spooky.
one of those like magician machines that will like tell you your fortune.
Oh yeah, like the old lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got like that type of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the girls finds a box of tarot cards, and one of the girls is like, oh, I can do everyone's tarot, and it's more powerful if I use your zodiac sign. So they go upstairs and they read tarots, and one of the first ones is she's told like, oh, you have the high priestess. Priestess? Is that how you pronounce it? Priestess?
Yeah.
And you're gonna try and climb the ladder and be careful. Blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to her. I was like, is she gonna fall off a ladder? Like, is that what's gonna happen to her? And then, that was the first girl. And the second guy gets told, oh, be careful, whatever track you go down in life. And I was like, he's gonna get hit by a train.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls was like, oh, you'll be pulled apart in different directions. Like, right, I understand what that means.
All right, yeah.
And each one of these is like that.
Mm.
And I was like, maybe they're like, a little bit more, like they were so on the nose and so like literal and like really like they emphasized.
They said what was going to happen to each character.
They said what's going to happen to each character.
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe it's going to be a little bit different. No, not at all. Like the girl that was told like, oh, be careful, the high priestess is in the attic because, she's up high.
Mm-hmm.
And she just repeatedly drops a ladder on this girl and kills her.
Oh.
So that's what happens. It's like, the tarot cards, it's less so that their fortunes are coming true. Well, the fortunes are coming true, but more so that the tarot card characters are coming out and trying to kill them.
Oh, so there's like just the characters from the cards are appearing.
So the hangman comes out and
hangs someone.
he hangs someone. Yeah.
Damn. Is it scary?
No. Not at all.
Damn.
It has. Did you watch the like? Oh my God, what's his name? Tom. Oh, the new Spider-Man. What's his name?
Tom Holland.
I keep wanting to call. Yeah, Tom Holland. Did you watch any of the new Tom Holland Spider-Man movies?
No.
So he has a mate in it who's like this like Asian dude.
I've seen him.
Yeah, you've seen him.
Meme.
He is in this movie, and his like when he like quote unquote dies, they don't show it, and like his tarot card reading was that like, oh, you'll come back and you'll be able to save your friends. And I was like, why? Like, and then they cut away, and I was like, I am nearly certain that like it just felt like he's the only one that gets literally basically attacked by his tarot card and not killed outside the two final people, the final girl and her boyfriend, who go off and they fight this demon thing, whatever. And he's the only other friend that survives. But I was literally like the vibe I got was, I feel like it was contractual that Marvel were like, you can't kill him, like he can't die because he's in,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It just felt weird, especially because like it cuts and it doesn't show, and I was like, he's definitely alive, but also because it's said in the tarot cards. But just more so like, it's just the vibe is so weird, and like they have this
like half-hearted.
They have this line as well where like they're driving home after like all this like literally all this like group of like 7 friends. 4 of them have died horrifically, and they're like, "Oh man, all our friends are dead." And then one of them cracks a joke. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they weren't very close.
I really feel like there's no and it's like the sun is shining and stuff like that. Like, this tonally is like so not gelling with what this film has like is like saying.
It sounds really weird, yeah.
It like it's totally. It's also the most like literal film I have ever seen in my life. There's a moment like the ending song is I can't believe I survived. There's another moment, and I didn't even spot this until Melissa pointed it out because we were just pointing out like, oh, that's so like that's that like that's gonna happen. The girl that told you gonna get split apart is getting sawed in half, and the last line of the song before she gets sawed in half is, "I saw you." You see.
You see, it's a reference.
Yeah, I will say her death is horrifying.
Yeah.
Her death is that like she gets caught by the magician is her card, and she's been told you're gonna split in half. So he has like these like that's like goose this ghostly ghoulish audience in front of him, and she tries to hide from him in a box, and he pulls the box out, and he like collapses the box so she has to lie down on her back, and it's like really horribly fucking suffocating, and she can see out through the hole as all the audience are watching, and he slowly saws her in half.
That is scary. Yeah,
it's not gory at all. Like there's like I don't think there's like very little blood in this movie, but just the imagery and the concept is like that is claustrophobic and horrifying.
That sounds like a good one. Yeah, yeah. That sounds pretty cool.
Just like, oh, I hate that.
But you weren't a fan in general?
No, like not at all. Like really, really quite a poor movie.
Like, it's a shame because it's one of those that I saw on Letterboxd. The same with The Passenger as well. So that looks kind of interesting. The tagline, and then you scroll down just a little bit, you're like, oh, like 2 stars or whatever.
I think this has a 1 point something.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it's a non-starter.
It also has remember the new Texas Chainsaw, the Netflix one?
I remember. Yeah.
Do you remember the woman that's in it that I think is meant to play the girl from the original movie?
Yeah.
She's in this as well.
That is the original girl.
It's not. Because I thought it was. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I thought that was one of the selling points.
Yeah,
of
no,
that movie.
It's fully not. She's just playing the same character, but it's not the same girl. Because
I
thought that because she came up, I was like, oh, she's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I went on to I was like, oh, weird. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre isn't in our listed movies.
Damn. All right. That ruins. Well, that ruins the recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre
even
for
more.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it, and she is like a survivor of the tarot cards. Well, actually, she's not. She just didn't have her fortune read, which is how she survived. She's like, "Oh, my friends died, and I've been investigating in this my entire life, and now let me tell you all my secrets." And yeah, it's just like it's one of those movies.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, oh, it could be more like a bit like Final Destination.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they're just telling you how they're gonna die, and then it's like, oh, how do they escape? That happened.
Yeah, how do you escape death?
Yeah,
which is like, I think way more.
It's more interesting if it's the real world where it's like it just happened by chance. But if it's like, oh, a goblin's gonna come in, like it's like, well, I can't really. Yeah, I can't avoid that. Like
it's a physical being.
Yeah.
And at one stage, it was like, what? Why don't they just fight these things? And one of the he just starts fighting it. He kicks the shit out of it a little bit.
Yeah. And does he win?
No, because then it turns into the devil.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not fair. Yeah, because he was beating up Death, and Death was for the girl, and then his card was the devil. So then it turned into the devil, and it kicked the shit out of him.
He's beating up Death.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. That sounds interesting. Do you believe? Are you a tarot man yourself? Have you ever had your tarot read?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not a tarot.
What's your star sign?
I'm an Aries.
An Aries. Nice.
Are you? No. What
I'm
are you?
Pisces.
You're Pisces. Yeah, I'm a cusp because I'm the 21st.
Is that the start of Aries?
My birthday, everyone is. I don't know if that's like secret information I should be saying on the internet, but which is the cutoff point for Aries and Pisces. It's the day that it changes over.
It's kind of spooky.
Yeah, so I got like real magical powers.
Yeah, I'd say so. You're like one of those like, you're
daywalkers.
Yeah, you have a greater insight into the veil beyond. Yeah. Maybe you're a cusp. You're a cusp baby.
I'm a cusp baby. Yeah, I'm
not. No, I'm fully in one camp.
Oh, you are full-fledged in that camp?
Yeah, 10 days into it.
See, I just don't... I just don't get it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
not my thing.
I don't understand either.
Maybe I would like to get my tarot read and be like, oh, that's interesting. You know, he said a bunch of really vague things that I can see how I can like align with my thoughts. But yeah.
But Bigassi walks in, he just like describes, like fucking like to an exact detail.
If he
He's
turned
like,
around and
"What
goes
the
like,
fuck?"
you need to stay away from train tracks, brother, because
yeah, something like that. Like specifically describes how you will die. That would freak me out.
yeah, to the date and everything. He's like, this is the exact date and time.
Well, I wouldn't mind that. I just like if he tells me,
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna die, like doing this specific activity. I'd be like, I'm not doing that ever again. Like, just not even that superstitious, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't do that either.
Yeah.
And then it's a one time because you put way too much thought into it, and that's when you fuck up.
Yeah, that's what they get you. But yeah, sounds bad.
Yeah. It's yeah. I also watched 27 Dresses, and I have
very good.
I have very little to say about that movie, but like
I watched Bride Wars recently. What was What was what was it like? Was it good?
yes, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, there's 27 Dresses is about a woman that's always the bridesmaid,
but never the bride.
and never the bride, and her sister comes home from wherever the fuck she lives, and immediately falls in love with the man that the main girl loves.
Yeah.
And then her sister's like, will you plan our wedding?
Oh,
So she starts planning the wedding for her sister with the man that she loves.
nothing worse.
But then
I hate when that happens.
but then there's another guy, Mark. There's another guy.
Oh, like the he's kind of overlooked, but he's always there.
Well, more so I was actually so confused at the start. Cause like, is he the guy that she loves? No, he is a writer on weddings.
He's a what?
He's a writer on weddings.
He writes weddings, or he writes about weddings.
Yeah, he writes in the newspaper
About weddings.
Jesus.
That was the Celtic Tiger economy was fucking madness.
Fucking mad, wasn't
he
it?
have a job reviewing weddings in the paper.
He wrote the testimonials, whatever it was, or
Testimonials.
I don't know what it's called. I don't read, especially I don't read 2007 newspapers. I have no idea what they're talking about.
That's dated, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what happens, Mark? It all blows up in her face, and she realizes, oh, he's the guy I like, and
Yeah.
happy ever after though.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that sister in that movie is a bitch. She deserved everything she got.
Yeah.
She deserved to get humiliated for that entire family.
Yeah, I feel a lot of those movies kind of, I don't know.
They're like, oh man, you shouldn't have done that. I was like, I feel like you should have done way worse.
Yeah. They're all kind of like I watched Bride Wars, and it has is it Kate Hudson and Anne Hathaway,
Mm-hmm.
and they're best friends, and they both get married on
the same day.
Same day, but they want the same venue, and then
And I think I remember the trailer to this.
we all seen it. It was an Extravision staple as well. I'm sure. It's like 2006, but they both have the same venue that they want to do it in, and then through like some kind of booking mistake, they get double booked, and one of them has to. Well, only one of them can do it. But it seems like the whole thing could be resolved by like just going back to the booking agent and being like, well, hold on a second, you fucked up. But anyway, it's they fall out completely over that, and like it just feels like such a pointless thing to fall. Like the whole movie's about them falling out over this one thing. But I feel like Kate Hudson is like just like clearly the villain the entire movie.
Sure, if you're best friends, but not like I'm presuming that the movie ends with them sharing the day.
Yeah, no, the movie ends with Anne Hathaway. She's getting married to Chris Pratt, an early Chris Pratt movie here, and this is like not fat Chris Pratt, but like back when he was like an everyman, and and he seems like a reasonable guy, but he makes the odd off-color remark that seems kind of misogynistic or whatever.
It's the 2000s,
and you're kind of like, it's like oh wait, that wasn't a joke, It's like that wasn't played for laughs. It's like it's a weird thing for him to say. It's really like not out of character.
Mm-hmm.
But she figures out that he's not the one for her, and she just forgets the whole thing, and they make up over that because Kate Hudson betraying her and then falling out allowed her to see that Chris Pratt wasn't the man for her, and so they bond over that. It's just like Kate Hudson was the villain in that movie, 100%. Like she should have been Chris Pratt, maybe, or he wasn't perfect.
Who is?
But he could have. They could have worked it out. Because Kate Hudson was just being a pure villain the entire movie. But it was pretty good.
I always feel like when I'm watching these like specifically 2000s movies, there's just something about them like, I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like the politics are dodgy in this. I don't know what it is.
Very, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I never exactly pinpoint something, but I'm always like, I can just feel it. I can feel that there's something off here.
Something's it's just the way they're kind of treating certain characters is like this is it's just the whole thing's very dated.
There's not
very
a
bizarre
single person that isn't white in this movie.
Yeah. That's actually
And the one kid that is white is like he's like there's a Mexican kid, and one of the characters makes him a cleaner, which is seen as a bad thing, but you know.
yeah. No, they all were. 2000s was wild.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
It was
every
wild.
time I watched Hall Pass recently.
With what's his name? Sean Penn. It's not Sean Penn. Sean William Scott or something like that.
No, it has Owen Wilson,
Owen Wilson,
and
yeah.
I have I
Is it
couldn't
Paul
even-
Rudd?
No, I couldn't even hazard a guess. This is the other fella's name. He's in like every other. He's like in every 2000s comedy. He's like he is in do you watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, what's his name? He is Ted Lasso, I think.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis. That's
He's
Jason
funny.
Sudeikis. My God,
He's a funny guy.
he's a funny guy. Hall Pass is horrendously bad.
Is it like hatefully bad?
It's not hatefully bad, but it's real bad.
Yeah.
It's real bad. Yeah, there is some bits that do get it, like God laugh at me, but overall I'm like, yeah, this is a 2010s, you know,
Yeah.
early 2010s comedy.
I
with
remember.
some horrendously bad out of touch jokes.
Yeah. Did you ever see Drillbit Taylor
No,
with Owen Wilson?
no.
It sounds kind of like the same thing. I don't have to, or just going off the title of Hall Pass, I've never seen it. But it's Owen Wilson acting as kind of like a mercenary for a load of like middle school kids, and he goes in and just beats up a lot of children.
Oh, I do know this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never seen it though.
It's pretty funny, but
Yeah.
like very it's like just weirdly dated, like just kind of not stale, but like like just kind of it just smells of 2000s in a stinky way. It just stinks of 2000s.
Hall Pass. The whole premise of Hall Pass is that the wives give their husbands a Hall Pass a week to do whatever they want to do.
Oh, I thought it was school based.
No. But it does have that moment, and I have seen this genuinely being reposted by specific types of men, where there's a scene where they're like, they're like, oh, there's a hot girl, let's go over to talk to them. And one's like, hold up, man, stop right there. And he's like, you see her? She looks like an 8, but really she's a 6. She's just surrounded herself with 4s to make her look hotter. If you put your hands like this and like blocks her, it's like, you see, she actually isn't that hot. But then when you can see all the other less attractive women, I guess. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I've seen that being reposted like genuinely.
Oh yeah, I've seen that as well. Yeah. You could get away with anything. It's madness.
Yeah, it's madness.
Wild West.
Yeah.
But it's over now, thank God.
Thank Christ. Now let's go watch Scary Movie.
Yeah, now we're back to Scary Movie and streamers.
I wonder, like, with Scary Movie coming out, will we get those like 2000s parody movies coming back, like Epic Movie and?
I'd say
The Spartans, all those really, really bad movies. Jesus, they're so fucking bad.
yeah. Well, they'd have to find a way to make them good again, because I think there is a minimum
Okay,
threshold.
I think, Mark, your problem there is, again, I don't think they ever.
Scary
Movie
had
was.
Scary Movie. I argue Scary Movie 1, 2, 3 trilogy is solid.
Yeah.
But it's just sketch comedy.
Everything else, though.
Everything else is just awful. Superhero movie, epic movie, disaster movie.
Oh, a
There's so many of
disaster
them.
movie is like the worst thing ever.
They're shocking.
I
But
remember seeing Date Movie. I presume it is also horrendous.
Date movie. Jesus, I forgot about that one. Yeah, but they had a few hits. They had a few hits.
Yeah, it's scary, it is just
Scary
specifically
movies.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. But like then, you have like Dewey Cox. That's a great parody movie. It's the same thing. It's just a.
Oh yeah, but I more so mean like the referencing of other
They're
movies.
just like a compilation.
Yeah.
movie.
Well, I guess actually Dewey Cox.
Dewey Cox is kind of doing that.
It's kind of doing that, but like, not to. It doesn't have it doesn't have the kid from The Grudge running in and getting like boxed by fucking I don't know, Big Mama.
What would you even do? Yeah, what would you even use nowadays? Because I suppose like movies aren't as big a thing. Like you would have to have. It makes sense to have streamers because that's such a big
That
thing
actually is a
nowadays.
cultural. They have a Hawk Tuah girl reference in this,
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
which I actually do think like maybe it's a exceptionally bad idea to have memes
Yeah, because they age so quickly.
Like how two is already like well and truly gone. I think that was last year or maybe the year before, but
It's fairly recently, but it's just like it feels like it was years and years ago.
it's just how fast things move on. The
Yeah, things
internet.
move faster now. Before you could like release a movie 2 years after, could parody a movie that's a few years old. People would be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie." Nowadays, it's like, "What are you, what are you talking about? A movie
Yeah.
from 2024 that's gone." You know,
Yeah,
there's like Long Legs. That's in the new Scary Movie. It's
that
like, you
does
can't-
feel dated.
that is really dated. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people didn't even see that, and it's like it's not as if it's part of the like, the psychosphere. Like not everyone, no one references Long Legs
Yeah, but then
in
again,
anything.
like because Scary Movie 3 is the one that has signs in it, isn't it?
Signs, yeah.
So when did Scary Movie 3 come out?
That's 2004, 5.
2003. And when did Signs come out? Signs is 2001, I think.
Yeah, or 2000.
Signs is 2002. It's only a year.
2002. A year.
Year.
Damn, yeah. They made that work.
Yeah.
Well, to an extent.
Having said that, Scary Movie is doing Scream.
Scream, yeah, which is 96 or
Yeah.
95.
I want Scary Movie 1. Scary Movie 1's like 2000, is it? 2000, yeah. And it's also like Scream is also a kind of a parody movie as well,
Yeah, yeah.
where at least a self-referential movie. I don't know. Those movies are weird. Like the whole.
They're all shit.
Anyway,
But yeah, move on to a not shit movie. Arrival.
Arrival.
A little bit scary.
A little bit scary.
Mm.
You know, the whole concept of, other beings.
Yeah, other beings, aliens. Honestly, this movie is kind of shit. To be fair. It's not great. Which is kind of a hot take, maybe.
I
But
think that is a boiling hot take. I think
boiling hot take.
no,
I think this is massively carried by Villeneuve and the prestige way that it's made. Like the prestige, like it's a prestige movie. It's
Yeah.
made as a prestige movie, but it's carried by that to a massive extent. It's just not very good. Well, like it's all right. It's just it's. I think people kind of generally accept that it's a good to great movie, but no one ever talks about it, and it's never referenced in anything. No one comes home after or no one sits down on a Friday night. He's like, you know what? Let's stick on Arrival. That's not a thing. The only person that's done that is me.
And you regretted it.
And it was just kind of boring. You know, it's kind of boring.
I think it's like the huge thing with Arrival is the scale. I think that's the thing that like people absolutely love about it. I'm with you. I remember watching Arrival and hearing this is the best movie of the year, and watching that was completely fine.
Yeah, it's alright.
And then rewatching it, and I was like, that was a little bit better than I remember it being, but I still think it's grand.
That's the exact reaction that I had. Same thing. I fell asleep watching this the first time when it came out. I was watching it with my family, and I was at home, and I just fell asleep, which rarely happens. Very rarely happens. Maybe I was just very tired, but I wasn't very impressed with it. And then started to rewatch it nearly 10 years later, probably something like that.
I think it is 10 years later. When is it? 2016.
But
Yep.
but yeah, and it's better than I remembered it being. But I
Not by much.
I didn't fall asleep, but it's just kind of boring. There's it is really well made, and it has all what the fuck is this? It has all the hallmarks. Aesthetically, it's a great movie,
Oh yeah.
and it has that prestige kind of sheen to it. It's you can follow, the editing is good, the direction is good, the color palette. It's like, oh, it's gray. It means it's serious, and it is serious. But and it is. It takes things seriously, which is always good. I think for an alien movie and kind of being a bit weighty about everything, but the characters are just fucking razor thin, and you don't feel for a movie where the fate of humanity is on the line pretty much. It's also a very personal movie, a small scale movie about a woman, basically just about her basically, but I don't think you really ever get to identify with her that much.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is taken up with the main kind of conceit or selling point of the movie is the flashbacks, which are actually flash forwards. It's revealed later in the movie because she's a linguist who's brought on board to talk to these aliens that have landed on Earth in these giant pods, and the aliens only communicate in these squid, ink fucking
Farts.
blots. Yeah, and she has to make sense of it all. and she figures out that they perceive, because of the way they communicate, they perceive time in like 4 dimensions. They see the past, present, future all in once. So she begins to perceive time in the same way.
Yeah, because their language does it.
Yeah,
Their language is cyclical.
yeah. Their language is it's like an actual theory. It's like your language defines how you see the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's like different languages have different. English has certain words for certain things that don't exist in other languages, and like surprising, like little small things that you would think are very common but aren't, and like vice versa, and stuff like that. So it can change how you see and perceive the world around you, which is a really cool concept. But it doesn't really hit. It just doesn't really hit in the movie, which is, and it's a really hard concept to get across in a visual medium. To be fair.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it is. I think it's even just like when I'm watching, like I don't understand, and like they really, it's a proper like hard science movie. Like it is trying to convey and explain like how linguistics would work.
Yeah, it's proper hard
I
sci-fi.
guess what I'm about to say is a bit stupid, because what I'm about to say, like I don't understand like how you would be able to decipher an alien language. Like how would you know what word means what? But then again, like, how would you do that with any language, like that you don't speak? Like people do that. So, I suppose like that is actually like you can do it. Yeah, I just think that like the emotional beats in the film just don't like hit for me. Like when it's both times when it has the reveal and it has that music, you know, the Hamlet music, and it's like, oh man, this is so emotional. I'm like, yeah.
Because the whole thing is the flashbacks throughout the movie is showing her daughter, and her daughter has cancer and she's dying, and you assume that that's something that happened in the past, and now she's kind of like, she's traumatized and stuff, but then she's kind of there's this great opportunity that's presented to her to, you know, literally converse with aliens in her chosen field, but it turns out that those are actually flash forwards that she's having of her future, because of the effect of the alien language distorting how she perceives time. She's able to see the future where she will have a daughter with someone that she meets on the team that's trying to parse what the aliens are saying. She'll have a daughter, and the daughter will die of cancer in 10, 12 years, something like that. And so it's like then it's kind of shifted to the sadness, or like the emotional weight of it is she still chooses to have the child.
Yeah, she still decides to go through that life.
Yeah, even though it'll be very painful and it'll be a short life and all that. But I don't think like that's, maybe even it's not even like the stuck on for very long in the movie. That's kind of what I get.
It ends very quickly after that.
Yeah, because the reveal is there, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's sad. But it doesn't linger on it, or kind of get the full weight that maybe it could. Like it's quite a cold movie. I don't know. Is that something that does he have a reputation for that, Villeneuve? I don't know any of his movies that would be like, oh, that's really sad, or like that's really hitting me. Like it's usually just scale. It's like a Nolan kind of thing where it's like you're impressed by the scale of it.
Yeah, like I'm trying to, like Prisoners.
Prisoners to an extent. A lot of that's just the sheer violence, isn't it?
Yeah, the violence and the mystery.
Yeah, the performances rather than the characters necessarily. Like if you have like a shit actor playing in Paul Dano or Hugh Jackman's position, or Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever,
yeah,
like, you know, would you get the same effect? Like the performances are what I think of first when I think of Prisoners. Jeez, which is a great movie.
Yeah, and then you say that, I'm like, because like Dune was like, I wouldn't say there's any.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, Paul, man. Yeah. You're like, oh, like you know, let's go, Paul, let's go, Zendaya, or whatever.
At the very end of Dune Tower. Fuck it out. Dune Part 2. Poon Part 2. Of Dune Part 2. You are like, oh, Paul, you are making a massive mistake doing this. Like, but it's not like I'm crying.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, this is. Oh, you're not like, oh my god, we're at the top. Like, this is it. It's the scale of the story. It's like if you're watching Star Wars, and you're like, Luke finally did it. He defeated the Empire. You're like, this is a really cool story.
I suppose people do have that for Blade Runner. I know that we were saying this before. Like
Incels.
Yeah, I don't have that that feeling towards Blade Runner. Like at any point, like the reveal. Is it is it a reveal? Like I was watching Blade Runner. Like obviously this guy's a fucking android. You're watching fucking Blade Runner.
Yeah. You get the emotional beats if you're also fucking a robot or whatever. But no, like but Blade Runner was the same thing. Was the scale that was the impression that I got from it. I found Blade Runner very boring just because of how long it was.
Jeez,
like,
it's a very long movie.
But the scale of it is really impressive, and like the visuals and the vision that he has of the future. Which you see in Dune, obviously, as well, and to some extent in Arrival, is really cool.
Did he do Blade Runner after Dune or after Arrival?
I think so. I think that was 2017, and this is 2016.
It's pretty interesting that he does Dune and fuck. Oh yeah, this movie's confused. He did Arrival, then he did Blade Runner, and then he does Dune. It's like that's a escalation in scale.
Yeah.
In an interesting way.
Yeah, but that's the best way for him to progress. Or like that's where his strength is the scale, because Arrival is that's the last time he's done a small scale movie, or it's not even a small scale movie, but a movie that is kind of character based.
Yeah, so
I don't think it works at all.
I'm looking at his filmography. Like you have Sicario. I would not describe that as an emotional movie.
No, it's an action movie. It's a good action movie.
Ensembles, have you ever seen that?
No.
That has a twist at the end. You're like, that is the most fucked up thing. But it's not like sad. Like it is sad, but it's not like, the music playing and the heartbreak of a child dying.
Yeah.
It's like that's really fucked up and like disturbing what's after happening and like the revelation. Enemy, I've never seen.
Enemy is not character based really at all. It's about a guy going mad.
It's a guy that has like there's like two of them, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a giant spider in his room.
Yeah,
it's that one.
I really want to show Melissa that movie because she
Enemy
absolutely hates spiders.
I think the spider's only in it for like a few.
It's a jump scare. It's no, but there's the jump scare at the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't remember the jump scare at the end.
He walks into the room with the spider. His wife is now a spider, and she like scurries into the corner.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's only one scene.
It's only in it for the one scene, isn't it? Yeah.
And then the movie ends.
But then that's it.
She would.
But that's the killer shot as well.
Fucking scream. She would be. Oh, I can imagine it. I can hear the noise she would make.
But like, that's like I barely remember that movie. Like that's what 2014.
Yeah.
Like that's
what a weird filmography.
yeah. But like that's really like that's all like anyone remembers from that movie really, because I think it's just like an adaptation of like Tolstoy or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is. It's like mad.
It's like The Idiot or something, or The Brothers Karamazov or something.
I have no idea.
But anyway, no, it's not that. But yeah, it's not like a character-driven piece.
It's based on the. I know the. Yeah, it is a dusk. Oh, wait.
I don't think anyway.
If I went to details, it would tell me. No crew. Who's the writer? No, it is based on something like that though. But yeah, anyway, doesn't matter.
But yeah, Arrival.
It's alright.
It's alright.
Yeah, I would never say it's a bad movie. I just don't like it as much as a lot of
mid.
It is kind of mid.
It's pretty mid.
I think it's kind of mid. But like, I'm looking at. I was literally on Letterboxd there. Everyone that I know, 4.5 stars, 5 stars. I'm like, I don't get that.
I think it's the people attached to it. And when you watch the movie, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, but like, you can't rewatch it really.
Yeah. Well, I actually thought it was better the second time I watched it.
Yeah, but like, would we watch it again?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah. So, mid, in my opinion.
Is the Backrooms mid mark?
Oh, that's the question of the day. Backrooms mid. Backrooms is a very interesting movie. Just because of where it came from.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you this before, like when we were talking about it earlier. Is the Backrooms like the first proper internet culture adaptation?
No, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, well, that's more like a video game. Like, I mean, specifically, like.
I suppose, yeah, but that's an interesting.
Oh, there's a Slender Man like movie, isn't there?
Slender Man, yeah.
I guess I'd count that.
That's also a video game. They're all video games as well.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Kind of incidentally, but that's something that your man, the director Kane Parsons, who's 20 years old, by the way. But what
a piece of shit.
What a fucking scumbag.
Can't if I ever see you, it's fucking on site.
Yeah, you best
you
not
ain't
see
making
us.
You're making another movie. Let me tell you that one.
Send you to the back rooms, man. But I watched the clip of an interview that he did before I went to see it, and he was talking about how the challenge of making a movie based off like it is kind of internet culture to an extent. Like it is 100% internet culture, but it's also something it's been around for like over 10 years as a kind of like a meme or creepypasta basically. But it's also had a lot of like I don't know, user generated. He called it lore bloat. So like just people like adding on, and mostly it's kids. It's just kids like adding on to a story that they think is cool. But eventually parts of it become canon. And he added to that as well because when he was like 16, he made a series on YouTube, which is the basis, which is how he got the job for this movie. He made a series on YouTube which draws on the most like widely accepted parts of this like collectively assembled canon. I talked about the difficulty of making a movie based on something like that without that can still appeal to the general public, because no one's going to give a fuck about whatever like no one gave a fuck about the Slender Man, or like no one cares about
also terrible,
and no one cares like Jeff the Killer made a fucking movie about all this like random bullshit. No one, the average person is going to care. They're going to be confused, and it's all like most of the stories aren't good either. Like they're really bad and they're very tropey, and it's just kids drawing on tropes and things that they've seen in other movies, which isn't going to be good if you just remake that. But I don't think he directly referenced, but he heavily implied or kind of winked at Five Nights at Freddy's as an example of that, which I think I didn't see the movie, but apparently does draw on different aspects of because it's such a big fandom.
I can tell. Like I watched the first movie and I was like, that makes sense. I watched the second movie. I was like, I have no idea what is going on. And like I was watching it like with my family, and like Melissa's gonna give it out to me out for saying that. But I was watching my family. Like I was literally watching Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I was like, and saying out loud, I don't understand what is going on. And my entire family were the same. Like no idea what is happening.
Just imagine everyone like distressed watching. Like, what the hell is going on?
They just like, what? Who are these characters? I thought because it doesn't matter. But like Five Nights at Freddy's 2 very quickly has like this thing where like the original kids, the original like animatronics are in it, and then there's also other animatronics, but they never make the distinction as to whether or not these are completely different characters or if they're like clones or like copies, or like they don't explain like what these things are. And I presume because you have to be super into the lore to fully understand that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is dog shit. But go on.
Yeah, so but he seemed to be aware of that like that problem that could happen. So
making something purely for a fan base
is a waste of time, like, you know. Or it's not a waste of time, but like you're limiting yourself in a massive way. Especially when the fan base is children who are going to grow up or have already grown up.
Oh,
you know?
I don't know. Five Nights at Freddy's, man. I don't feel like if you're in that fandom, you ain't ever leaving.
Blood in, blood out.
Yeah, I don't feel like. Yeah, don't think you're ever
Fair
leaving
enough. That. But I thought that was an interesting.
That is interesting
clip.
Yeah.
And then I went to see the movie. We've seen it in Lighthouse. It was good crowd. And so the movie starts off, and it's so Chiwetel Ejiofor is a furniture salesman. He runs like a furniture shop, in some fucking random city. It's set in like the 90s, as all movies kind of are now. All these kind of like prestige movies are set around the 90s because you can't deal with phones or anything.
I was supposed to say like, well, yeah, because the Backrooms get solved if you have a phone.
yeah. And yeah, so he runs a furniture shop, and he's a struggling, not separated from his wife. He's a struggling
man.
He's a struggling man. He's a struggling man, and he has 2 employees. One of them he's an Irish guy. He was in the recent season of True Detective. He's pretty good. He's good, but he goes to a therapist as well. So those are the 2 main characters in the movie: is Chiwetel Ejiofor and then Renata. I don't remember her second name. She's the therapist, and they're both obviously like really good actors. I think they both won Oscars, and they're giving it loads. Like for this, it seems like it's a silly concept for a movie, kind of, or at least it's a silly thing to make a movie about, as in a meme, you know, basically.
It's a very difficult thing to make a serious film about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the first act is basically he's fucked. He's in a bad place in his life, and he's like an alcoholic, and he kind of lives in the shop. And he notices that there's issues with power. His energy bills are way up, like a lot of us these days. And he's trying to get to the bottom of it, and eventually he discovers that there is a series of mysterious, like, office rooms in the basement of his shop. So he goes down, he starts exploring that, and then he pulls in his employees. And a lot of that first act is like the first scene is found footage. It's like handheld found footage. And it's not even from his perspective. It's just kind of like you're not really told. Like, it's just kind of like out of context. Now works really well because it just sets the scene. And then there's a bit of like world building or kind of story mode, just with Clark, the main character, and then when he discovers the Backrooms, then it kind of shifts sporadically back into handheld found footage mode, which is the most effective thing in the movie. Like, the movie is also like brilliantly shot. Like, it's really well done. The whole, like, the aesthetic of it is really cool. Maybe they could have had a bit more contrast between like the normal world and like the Backrooms themselves. Because like you've seen the clips, like they do kind of like the color palettes are all kind of the same.
Yeah.
Which is a bit, I don't know, maybe it could have been a bit more contrasty, but I suppose it is still drawing on the whole idea of like just the weird kind of nostalgia. Yeah, the liminality and like the nostalgia factor of whatever the fuck is going on, in those rooms. But like so that first act, the whole setup, and at that point, it kind of gets away from itself, in my opinion. The first act is really evocative. It's really mysterious. It's very well done. You're not really sure. It's not really. I don't think it's something that you wouldn't expect it to set up like this if you just went into a movie. I know it's A24 and all that. It's kind of had that prestige sheen. But if you just read about a movie that was based on a fucking 4chan post from 10 years ago, and then had an internet fan culture based around it, you wouldn't expect to go in and see the first half an hour, which is really good. It's just after that point, it does veer, I think, a little bit more toward not even just like kind of where you'd expect a movie like that to go, but also like it's almost nearly like a video game structure to it, because this is a video game as well, and that's how a lot of people would become familiar with it. Especially like the fandom. I think it was like a game on Steam or something.
Escape the Backrooms.
Yeah.
It's like multiple different video games.
Yeah, and that's based around monsters existing in the Backrooms. So the original idea was just someone posted an image of like some office, like an empty office somewhere, where it's all like fluorescent lights and like yellow wallpaper, but there's like no furniture, and it's just like some of the architecture is just. The way the walls are set, it looks like
it could go on forever.
Yeah, it looks like it could go on forever, and it looks like it's kind of like they speak to it in the movie a little bit as well. It's as if someone is remembering, as if you're explaining what an office looks like to someone who's never seen an office before or been inside an office, and then they're trying to imagine it, and that's the mystery of the film as well. Is like, what exactly is the Backrooms? Is it remembering things? Like all the architecture is slightly off. Like some of the spaces don't make any sense. The
gaps can be too wide for some reason.
Yeah, the gaps can be too wide
or too small.
The doors are very small in some places, but they're very large. In others, there's like random like artifacts from like different. There's like clipping. There's like random. Like a street sign is halfway through a wall, and then on the other side, it's like a fucking a banner from his shop or something like that. So it's all very confusing, and it's setting up a lot of mystery. And you have so many questions at the first act, but beyond that point, it does veer more toward that kind of video game structure, which is, you're kind of like after the second act is kind of jumping back into the real world, and then it's retreading some familiar territory, which was kind of annoying, answering too many questions that didn't need to be addressed. Didn't need to be like the questions are better. The questions that are evoked by the first act are way more interesting, if they're not directly addressed or if you're just suggesting maybe like maybe this is what happens, and they do a lot of that as well. But there are also blocks. There's like scenes where they're just directly saying, "Okay, this is
what it is.
this is what it is," either directly to you or showing you directly
Mhm.
what's happening, which just doesn't work.
I feel
And
like
it spoils it.
yeah, I feel like the like what you're saying at the start was like, how do you make a movie about the backrooms? Um, like you you can't really you can't make it something. There has to be an antagonist. There has to be something within the film, unless like you go like really experimental, but you're just not going to make a film like that for like we're not gonna make a $10 million budget film that's super experimental and like it's $10 million skin and rink.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna do that. So I suppose like it is disappointing, but it is also part of the lore. Like I think people want to go in, like fans of the Backrooms want to go in and see whatever the things in the Backrooms are. Like I think they're weird spiders or something like that.
There's weird, monsters and ghouls that show up, and there's a narrative reason for it, but like it's all a bit hammy.
Yeah,
Like it's
too conventional for what is a very weird
yeah,
thing.
yeah. And even like the opportunities beyond like the back rooms, like that idea of it's full of monsters, whatever. Like that's not really that wasn't the original point of it.
No,
That wasn't what.
that's also not what's scary about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like yeah, it's scary that you can go to this other world and there's monsters in it. I think there's also just something really unsettling and disturbing about going to somewhere that you haven't been before, but you have the feeling that you have been.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with I think that's the scary thing with like I don't think it's particularly scary, but like that feeling of unease.
Yeah.
Of those photos of the liminal spaces, were like, oh, I recognize here, but I've never been there before.
Yeah. Like it's a collective, like unconscious, and that's hinted at. Like that idea is hinted at in the movie, because like you have like when you first come in, when he first finds it, there's all these artifacts and like just random bits and pieces that you just see in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, it's just like, it's like hyper reality or something like that. It's just like a collection of signs, which have just been abandoned, in like the basement of reality, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is cool idea, especially in a where you have like a super saturation of media and
things just get forgotten.
Things get forgotten. Yeah, things get forgotten, and then and as they're being remembered, they're corrupted, and and they're clipped, and like things are kind of stacked on top of each other through various different stages and like perversions of their initial representation, and that's also kind of it's shown to an extent in the movie, but like it goes more toward of like a minotaur kind of like the maze kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Because
I wouldn't think that the Backrooms is a maze. That's not what I would.
Yeah.
I guess it is though, because there's levels in the Backrooms, and you can.
But that's the video game element of it again coming back in.
Totally. Yeah. Okay.
And
right.
they don't and even like the idea of like if you're thinking about like a basement for reality, with all these forgotten bit like Land of the Lost, but like without Will Ferrell. This is all these like random bits and pieces and artifacts and all bits like that. You're not thinking of something where it's like you go in and it has a fucking map and you can go around, like go down to this level, and on this level that's where the big bad lives, or like if you go across, you're not thinking of that. You're just thinking of like what's happening next. I don't know if that was part of the video game where it auto generates new spaces as you go along, but like that's what I assumed it was.
That's what I presumed it was, isn't it? But you are right that because there is the spaces and there is like locations within the Backrooms. Like there's
set locations, which is
there's like the hallways that you're talking about, but there's also the swimming pool kind of area.
Yeah.
Is that in the back? Is that in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. And but when it's on found footage, it's really good.
Yeah.
It works really well. It's just when it's baked into the plot, like they're kind of following up on that, and like I would assume there'd be more of like it doesn't really get into the main character getting lost there.
This is
which
vastly more like sorry. The word that you're talking about, this the less interested in this movie I am.
No, like, the first half an hour is kind of what we would assume it would be.
Yeah.
With the most kind of generous reading going into the movie, like it is really evocative and has all those things about all those interesting pieces of the lore and like the
Mhm.
initial idea. It's just beyond a certain point. It gets bogged down in the narrative and certain tropes, and having to kind of push itself forward through the story in a way that doesn't really gel with the initial doesn't really gel with the atmosphere or the initial kind of like the premise of the
Mm.
Backrooms. In my opinion, I'm not a Backrooms purist,
Connoisseur, yeah.
but like it's just I feel like there's better ways to do it. Like to me, you should be going in there, and the scary thing would be getting lost and like
Mhm.
not finding your way back out.
Like a Blair Witch kind of thing. But having said that, Blair Witch does have a witch in it. So
Yeah, true, but yeah, just kind of shits the bed.
Ye-
But I'd be interested. I want you to watch it because
Yeah, yeah,
there's
I will watch it.
yeah. There's
There's stuff in
definitely
it.
there's stuff in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's also like when they make the decisions narratively, it's like the reaction is kind of like that's that's really interesting. You're like, oh, what the fuck? What's this? Why are they doing this? Like it's very it turns on a pain like
That's so yeah.
in a way that is very frustrating, but it's also like, well, it could have been so much more if they just did this.
I have such a feeling like the way they're describing it, like, is there a movie or like a big budget movie or something like that is pure environmental horror? Like like I feel like that's the only way that you could. But I suppose that isn't like that. Like that isn't what the Backrooms is, because the Backrooms is just like another world that there's like another dimension.
It's a sub reality.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a space between spaces,
Yeah.
but there's. I just think that the fact that there's monsters in it kind of ruins that.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. But
And even like as you said, like the levels, because only when you said it, I forgot that there are levels and there's set locations, and you go through like these like winding tunnels. I only know 2 though. I only know that there's like the water temples, and then there's the office spaces. What are the other ones? I think these are spoilers.
there's a Christmas room, and
Right.
there's like a gym shower room. There's like random rooms, but they all lead into each other kind of like nonsensically.
Yeah.
And you can get lost, as in you can get stuck at one part, but like there's a way. Like if you retrace your steps, you'll be back in the same. I would have assumed that it would kind of build itself out as you moved around.
I would presume as well that like once you go into like another level, like that there isn't really a way to go back.
Yeah.
That like the space is evolving and changing around you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously that's not what it is. It is just a set like place that you could map out.
To be fair, they did build the set. Like it's a practical.
He also
practical
like
effect.
the way he explained. I've seen a clip of him talking about like he used Blender, the free.
Yeah.
He used that to be like, okay, this is the set that we're gonna make basically, because I think it was something like it was really hard to really hard to like draw a 3D space like that.
Yeah.
So it's easy to use Blender to make it like a literal 3D space so you could walk around in. Yeah, that's interesting though. I will definitely see this. It is on my watch list, but I definitely I'm not a big Backrooms person, and like I enjoy liminal space stuff like to an extent. I don't have the massive like, crazy love for it, but it's interesting. It's interesting
it is interesting.
to look at a few images and be like, oh yeah.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like Silent Hill a little bit. It's kind of
Yeah.
Silent Hill can be a little bit liminal, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. Anyway, not as horrifying, Mark, as the slow crawl towards Nazism.
Yes, of course. The Cremator. So The Cremator is a recommended film for this week. It's a Czech movie from 1969 or the late 60s. 1969. So this movie is set in Central Europe during World War II. A demented cremator believes cremation relieves earthly suffering and sets out to save the world. That's actually a really bad synopsis of the movie.
Terrible synopsis.
That's
of the movie.
IMDb.
Sets out to save the world.
Sounds like a fucking. Sounds like he's like a hero or something.
Like, let me just tell you, like, there was just this troubled artist in Austria, and like he just set out to save the world after everything he went through.
That's such a bizarre synopsis. He sets out to save the world. He's the architect of Auschwitz. He's saving the world by like killing millions of people. What a terrible synopsis.
That is shocking.
That's actually
that's reportable bad.
That's actually reportably bad. That's like a racist synopsis. That's a Nazi sympathetic synopsis. Here's a longer one. In Prague, Karl Kopferkingel enjoys his work at the crematorium perhaps a bit too much. There we go.
There we go.
Having gained a perverse idea of reincarnation from his haphazard studies of Tibet. After World War II breaks out, there's a sudden need to be as Aryan as possible, and Kopferkingel's old friend Rinka points out that Kopferkingel has some German heritage, but his wife is Jewish, which makes his children Jewish, which makes the now Nazi Kopferkingel's blood boil.
That's not a bad description.
That's a good description.
Like,
but I'm getting a lot more villain vibes from that one, you know.
Sets out to save the world. One Jew at a time. Fuck me.
Yeah, that was a IMDb. Watch out. But yeah, this movie is freaky. It's absolutely bizarre.
Fuck me, this is a weird movie.
A weird movie. I'll just come out and say I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was amazing. In a way that I usually it's like mid-century, Central European black and white movie about the Holocaust. You're like, and she was like, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, like not in a bad way. It was just like these fucking millions of those movies, and it's like a lot of it is kind of like technical aspects of it.
Yeah.
And it's like foundational kind of. The acting is incredible. It's like this is the first time they use this kind of shot. But this one has a lot of those technical elements as well. But it's a bit zany, a bit
This is
bit
a
wacky.
weird fucking movie.
Yeah. The editing is mad. The direction's bizarre. Just the way the story is structured. It's a part comedy as well.
Yeah, there's some there's some black comedy within this film.
Yeah.
I was listening for ages because this is originally when I heard about this movie is because there's Letterboxd has the top 100 horror films of all time. I think the Cremator was the number one that I hadn't seen. And started watching. I was like, this is a horror film. Like, what are you talking about? The only way that you could make a horror film about Nazism is the slow descent into it. Like that is just so perfectly well done. I like the way that he doesn't start off normal. This is
he's an oddball to begin with.
He's a fucking freak.
He's a freak.
He's a weirdo to begin with. Which I guess is do you want to say? I guess you do want to say, but you do want to there is the thing that normal people can be corrupted and do bad things. However, there's also just abhorrent people that take the advantage in order to do horrible things. And both are equally terrifying.
Yeah. Like there's he's a freaky guy already who just has these wacky beliefs, but he's fairly harmless in just doing what he's already doing. Just being a
sexually assault or harasses someone.
Well, he's a fucking bizarre guy.
He's a fucking handsy little weirdo.
At the beginning, the first 10 minutes, you're like, this guy is just a bit strange, But then he starts, obviously he's a total hypocrite. But it's his descent into being not only complicit, but kind of like a driving force behind genocide and stuff like that. It's that's the only way, or it's just a really interesting way to portray the whole thing. It's you see him. He's already fucking bizarre at the beginning, but you see how he's kind of entranced by the whole thing, and he already has kind of these wacky, wooey beliefs about reincarnation and kind of a
freeing the spirit from the body.
Yeah, and a ripped off version of Buddhism that he read about in a book, which is all stuff that the Nazis drew on in real life as well.
Yeah, even the fact that the swastika is a Buddhist symbol as
yeah,
well. Yeah,
and their obsession with paganism and things like that. But it's more the deteriorating conditions around this freak created the conditions for him to kind of rise to power, but also become even freakier, and realize actually project, his own perversions and sickness onto the world, which is just. It was an interesting way to see it. Even the timeline throughout the movie, because it begins at the kind of middle of the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So Hitler's already in power in Germany, and there's Germans in what was it called? Czechoslovakia, Czech
Yeah,
Republic,
Czechoslovakia.
or the Kingdom of Czechoslovakia or something. But there's Germans there talking about it already, talking about the German fatherland and stuff like that. But it hasn't begun yet, and then they're annexed by Germany, and then the Holocaust is kicking off by the end of the movie. But like just the way the little
It doesn't give you like, it doesn't start saying 1931. You know what I mean?
yeah
It doesn't. It just gradually.
you just get little waypoints at certain points in the movie, and you can see how he's changing as a character, and his personality is changing, or even just certain parts of his personality are becoming more accentuated and more overt, to the point that he ends up murdering his family.
Yeah, that's so. Sorry, the more thing that you're saying at the time, because at the start of the movie, I was like, where is this going? And I suppose it's because the film doesn't give you a framing, like doesn't give you a direct framing as to like how much time is progressing from each iteration. It is just how prominent the Nazis are, and they're not even called Nazis in the movie. They're just called the party.
The party. Yeah.
And they could just keep saying German blood or whatever like that. How more prominent and more powerful they become within the land. Because at the start they're just handing out pamphlets and stuff like that. Come join the party, find out about this, whatever. Towards the end of the movie, they are like literally like grabbing people and throwing them in the back of cars. And the film never says how much. It doesn't say, this is now 1939, 1940, whatever. Which is interesting. Like, he doesn't,
because it's all from his perspective as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's very subjective. Like, the whole movie, like the movie begins with like a fisheye lens. Like throughout it has like a fisheye lens, kind of looking down on him. You can see it in the poster, but it's pointed down toward him, and he kind of looks like Hitler to begin with.
Yeah, he does.
Because he has like a little comb over, and he's just kind of like he's just like a gruff, middle-aged, Central European man, and but like it's really. Like it's so subjective, like the whole movie, as in it's based on his perspective. Even the way the cuts, like the editing is associating different images with like his own perspective on what's happening. He sees things that aren't there, like has like hallucinations.
He has a hallucination of death throughout the entire film.
Yeah, and he sees things that he wants to see. It's like you see the family walk into they're walking into like a fair or something like that, and there's all these different things going on, but he doesn't really care. And it's shown because he's just looking at the blonde women that he sees in the crowd. Like, he doesn't really care about anything else. Like, it's all very much based around his perspective, which is helps you get into his mindset and see how he descends and how he's kind of lulled into further madness. But the editing is incredible. I found the whole perspective shots and stuff like that.
The first time, I think it's one of the first times it does it, where he at the start of the movie he's having this like kind of party because he wants to meet this guy called Mr. Strauss. And Mr. Strauss, I think, sells sweets. I think that's what he does.
Yeah.
And what's the main guy called?
Carl.
Carl's just like, I want to link up selling sweets with free cremations or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. Whatever weird fucking shit he's trying to sell. But there's a bit where like he's talking to his wife, and his wife is like, he's like Jewish and you have some Jewish in you and da 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 da. And he like turns and looks at her and like cuts, and he turns and looks at her and then looks away. And then the camera zooms out. That cut to him talking to her, he wasn't talking to her. It's actually a cut to a different room, and the pan out is to reveal that we're now in a different room. And I was like, oh, that's a weird edit. Like, I've never seen a film do that before.
It's really cool. They do it so many times throughout the movie, but it works. It flows really well every time.
I think it's because the way that they edit the movie anyway is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then every so often you get it back, and then when it comes to the back forth, he's replying to her, but we've moved to somewhere else, and the camera will show us that we've moved to somewhere else. And it's just this weird flow throughout the movie. Or even just like harsh cuts to like immediately we're now somewhere else. Just such strange editing.
I loved it. I thought it worked really well. And it's very something I hadn't really seen before.
No, I've never seen a film, and it's got to do with that personal aspect that you're talking about. Like the opening of the film is like this weird monologue by him, like talking to his wife and kids, whatever that. And his kids are in cages at the start, and he's like, "Kids, get out of there! That's only for brutal, stupid animals." And then it has a shot of him and the whole family, and he's there being like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of you." Immediately setting up like how he views his family.
Yeah.
And like it's revealed throughout the film, like this is a hyper hypocritical man, and like a complete and utter fucking loser. Like
Yeah. He's a sap. He's a teetotaler that drinks. He hates smoking, but he just kind of gives out about it. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's also constantly getting tested for like STIs and stuff because he's like going to the brothel every other night.
But he says he's afraid that he's gonna get it from the dead.
Yeah. He's a total hypocrite.
He's a man that cares about his family and says, "Oh, I love my wife. I've loved her for 18 years. Yeah, every night is in the brothel."
Yeah.
And also murders his family by the end of it.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. At the beginning, he's like, and that's kind of maybe part of the trick of the movie. At the beginning, he's like a fairly normal guy for like 30s Germany, or 30s anywhere really.
As normal as a 30s German man could be.
He's normal as a 30s man could be. Like he's just fucking bizarre. He's normal. He's a cremator as well, but like even like the beginning where you have this perspective shot of the leopard or whatever in the cage, and the leopard's looking out, and it looks like the children are in the cage.
Yeah,
it's like his family are caged. Just like this, the idea of, the middle class family unit as like the basic structure of society, which is like such a complex thing, kind of everywhere, but like particularly so in Nazi Germany. Like that was kind of, they built everything in that, and he needs control. The man needed control of the family unit. He was the Führer over his own family, but even that idea that they had was just like a massive elaboration on what everyone kind of, how most people saw it, how most cultures kind of saw it. So like that germ of Nazism that's already kind of the fascist germ that's already inside him, and like everyone else around then, and like even still now, of needing to dominate your family or dominate the people around you, control the world around you, and how in times of instability that can then grow and obviously spiral out of control to the point where you're directing gas chambers to be constructed. But it is, I thought it was very clever just how they set all that stuff up, like the family unit, him being desperate to control everything, but also being a hyper moralist, but also being totally morally depraved in his own personal life, even before any of the Nazi stuff shows up, and how the changes in the political atmosphere just allow him to more fully embody the person that he like already is, or has been, the role that he already takes on in society is just massively accelerated and expanded with the Nazis.
Yeah, because it's like it's almost like the first suggestion he gets, like, oh, you could, your wife has, Jewish blood, that's not good. And he's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
like,
straight away. Yeah,
straight away. He's like,
I thought when he first turned, he was like, oh, that's too far.
No, he's like it is like straight away. He's like, that's no bother.
Yeah.
I can take care of that. And I've got all my kids are also part Jewish. Don't worry, I can take care of that as well. Yeah, like it's almost because this whole thing throughout the film is like the reincarnation and the beauty of being cremated, and like he sees himself as a cleaner of souls essentially, and that like self-grandization and like self-belief of what he views himself to be, and it's basically like the Nazis turning into him like, you could do this at a large scale and like you'd be helping the world, and he's like, yes I will, I can definitely do that. I'll cleanse the world as it needs to be. It's just like so believable.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
There's totally people that believe and see themselves as that. Like it's being seen like, I'm right. I can clean the world. I can do good, and then certain political parties could turn to you and be like, you can do this, and here's the people that you need to do it to, and they just take it by the horns and go with it. Yeah.
No, it is really
like the whole QAnon stuff. Like I know it was a couple of years ago, but that whole QAnon stuff is basically essentially that.
Yeah, but same thing in America's like such a I don't know, corny comparison, but like, or like it's like overdone, but like that's like you see a lot of those characteristics in American kind of obsession with they have houses way out in the middle of nowhere. They need to kind of dominate the. It's the same here as well.
Yeah.
Same in Europe, but like the man is the dictator of the family. Obviously that's not as true now as it was then, but there's still, especially in right wing kind of parts of the culture, that's what you have to be.
Yeah.
The man has to be the dictator. He has to be the boss, the Führer of the family unit. And then kind of what this movie is shown is that when a vacuum comes up politically and someone enters the political space where they can collapse that space between politics and the family unit and say, well, you're dictator of your family, we can make that happen, and we can make you a success in your own home. We can also extend that to, a national level or beyond our borders.
Yeah.
And it's the same. It's the germ is the family, and then like kind of the logical conclusion is the Holocaust, which is obviously a massive leap, but like that's kind of what the movie. And I know that was kind of, this was censored from I think the 70s up until the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Because it's like kind of vaguely critical of the Communist Party in the sense that they don't refer to the Nazi Party specifically at any point.
Yeah.
But
it's because apparently I was reading up because the pamphlets and stuff like that are essentially the pamphlets that the Communist Party gave out. In Prague at the time.
Yeah.
Or in Czech, wherever there. So like it is directly talking about Nazism because another important thing is that the director survived the Holocaust.
Yeah,
and
it hurts. Yeah.
And survived a concentration camp. So is explicitly talking about that, but also is also critical of, the Soviet Union as well.
Yeah.
Also, pretty, not a nice place to live either.
Oh no, yeah, especially fucking 69, like. But apparently him being because he's the owner of the business and all his victims are either his family or his employees, so like the working class. Apparently that was something that was recommended by like the film board as something that could be put into the movie, because it's based on a novel which doesn't have the same, which has small differences.
I also read that, and like didn't catch this at all because it's the names of the people, but the names of all the victims, everyone that he like the people that he works with and I think his family as well, all their names when translated is an animal.
Yeah, it's like I think I saw that as well. It's like hare and like fox and like harmless animals, and he's just
slaughtering them.
He's slaughtering them all, yeah. But yeah, it's very, very, very well put together.
Yes,
very smart movie.
My God, the ending bit as well, where he's giving that speech.
Yeah. And you can see so much reflection as well, like reflections of his face in the movie or distortions of his face, and you can see when he's giving the speech in the room, and even the Nazi guy.
The Nazi guy's like, "Is you okay?"
Yeah, he's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?"
I think you've worked it too hard.
He starts talking about, like, "Oh, if we pile this many people into an oven, then we can do this." And even his fucking superior is like, "Bro, fucking chill out, like, relax. I think you've been overworked," is what he says. But like as he's saying it, like it pans down to a reflection in a reflection of his face in the table, and he really looks like Adolf Hitler. Like
he does.
Yeah. So it's not very subtle, but like it's real. The illusions are like really well done throughout the movie. It's really, really smart. It's bizarrely funny. It's like
there's so many bits.
Logic of the movie is
so many
really
bits,
good.
like genuine bits of comedy. Like this is like this husband and wife characters, and like she like completely any room that they walk into, she freaks the fuck out as to what is going on within it. And he's like, "Oh, my fucking bitch wife."
Yeah. He's like, "You idiot! I can't take you anywhere." That's literally what he says. But they're funny. And then he loses her in the graveyard at the end before Carl is trying to kill his daughter.
Yes,
kind of tips off his daughter. So he's but they're kind of like commenting nearly on as well what's happening in the movie.
Yeah,
like any bizarre scene where like maybe Carl's family are like horrified with what's going on or they don't want to be there. They're also there, and the wife is like let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the boxing match and then the weird like wax museum things. And
Yeah. Whereas, and the entire time, Carl is just like, he's not reacting, or he's thinking about something else, or like in the waxwork one where it's a woman being stabbed in the bath, and he's like, oh, we've a nicer bathroom at home. Whereas his family are all freaking out because it's like, oh, it's so freaky. Like, he's just completely disconnected from emotionally from anything that's happening. He's just thinking about his house and his family and, you know, the fatherland and all that stuff.
And even like the reoccurrence of death throughout the entire film as well. Like there's just a figure of death all the time, and he never acknowledges it.
But he always looks away.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to acknowledge that it's there. Presumably because he's disgusted by it. Even though he literally is, he's a death merchant. That's his whole deal.
Yeah,
solid check.
Very what a show, Mark.
Solid check flick.
Great check movies, man. Because we watched Daisies and we've seen Alice. He also has a movie where the director of this, where it's Sleeping Beauty, and I can only imagine that is a phenomenal film.
Yeah. I can only imagine what it looks like.
Which I actually think that's what I had heard about before. The Cremator was his adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I just definitely need to watch that. Right, recommended film for episode 176. We are going to go for Simon Glassman's Buffet Infinity. This is a new movie. In a series of cheap, locally produced TV commercials, small business owners rival the looming threat of Buffet Infinity. As Buffet Infinity endlessly expands and grows, engulfing everything in its path, a sinister conspiracy unfolds at the margins. An unfathomable power begins to seep into the vulnerable community of Westridge County, Alberta. So this is essentially a collection of fake TV commercials that tell the story. That concept alone just sounds really cool and interesting.
It does.
So I don't know. I don't know how you tell a narrative through interconnecting smaller clips.
It's like that. Was it Too Many Cooks? Did you ever see that?
I actually never did watch that, but
It's kind of like that. Maybe
could be like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
like
watch
Adult Swim. A lot of their
Yeah.
infomercials that are
Yeah.
parodies, but they're only like 5 minutes long or like 10 minutes long.
It must be something like that then.
Yeah.
But for 90, so hopefully it's not,
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully it works.
It sounds interesting.
It
Anyway.
does sound interesting. So we will watch that and we'll leave it at that then.
We'll see you then.
Good night. God bless.
Bye.